So what's up guys, so today we're gonna show you the most top 10 badass car in Fast and Furious. Guys, let's watch the ice.
Anyone interested in a test drive? Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 cars in the Fast and Furious franchise. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be looking at cars from the series that are, for lack of a better description, absolutely insane. Whether they're iconic, fast, stylish, or just sound incredible, any car that left a lasting impression on audience members is eligible for this list. Buckle your seatbelt. Sinclair. Number 10, 1970 Dodge Challenger RT. Too fast, too furious.
Man, it's a fast car, huh?
First seen in the audition race hosted by Carter Verone and owned by Darden, this car later transfers ownership to Roman and Brian when we need more muscle. Thanks to a half-empty bottle of NOS positioned under the passenger seat, the Challenger helps deliver one of the most famous and quotable scenes in the franchise, when Roman ejects his passenger from the car. With a striking burnt orange color, this car is hard to miss and sure to stand out in any setting.
Ejectocito, cuz! It worked! I love this button!
Number 9, 1966 Chevrolet Corvette Grand Sport Stingray. Fast 5. This car might only get a little screen time, but it certainly makes a big impression. Dom and Brian are in a spot of trouble while aboard a moving train. Dom steals the Corvette Grand Sport and drives it off the train with a hard landing, but quickly regains control, showing off the vehicle's impressive handling and speed. Dom catches up to Brian, who jumps into the Corvette just before the car he's holding onto gets utterly demolished. Sadly, with no proves to be a short ride, the car flies off a cliff. Nonetheless, it goes out.
Go!
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Fast and Furious street races. For this list, we'll be looking at the best less-than-legal driving showdowns across the long-running action franchise. If you haven't seen the first 8 Fast and Furious films, beware of spoilers ahead.
Before we continue, I just want to give a shout out to Kart Rider Drift, the latest cross-platform racing game with over 300 million players to race against. And it's totally free to play, so you can race without boundaries. Kart Rider offers highly detailed vehicles and environments rendered beautifully by the Unreal Engine 4. The game is filled with customization options, letting you fine-tune your kart and racer to fit your personality. And with regular content drops and karts and tracks, there's always a new challenge to conquer in Kart Rider Drift. Kart Rider Drift is offering a limited amount of codes to Watch Mojo fans for entry into a closed beta. Check the description below for more info.
Number 10, the fiery showdown in Cuba, the fate of the Furious.
You want a car, get it the right way. Now, race for it.
At the beginning of the fate of the Furious, Dom's Cuban loses his rundown Chevy to the imposing Raldo. Dom can win it back, practice with his cousin's second-rate vehicle.
Ve rápido. Ve seguro. Pero no llegues de último.
After throwing NOS into the Chevy, he keeps up with Raldo's Crown Vic as they race through the colorful streets of Havana. But when Raldo's ally intentionally crashes into Dom's car, things look grim.
Adios, Toretto! Okay, Buster. Let's see if this works.
Fortunately, Dom is able to use NOS, throw his car in reverse, and win by a hair, all while his engine is on fire. Dom and Raldo's race was an exciting showdown that took full advantage of Havana's beautiful scenery. Even after 8 films, this franchise can still make street races feel fresh.
Keep your car. Your respect is good enough for me.
Number 9, Tag slip race. Too Fast, Too Furious.
Fonzie and Fabio. Glad you can join us.
Ryan and Roman desperately needed 2 new cars, so they put their vehicles' pink slips on the line to challenge a pair of tough drivers to a tag team race. In the first leg, Roman falls behind after his opponent plays dirty. When it's Brian's turn to go, he plays a near-fatal game of chicken with the opposing driver to make up ground. Although this crazy maneuver is effective, he still has to pull out all the stops to eke out a narrow win. The high stakes and huge disadvantages Brian and Roman faced made this race an absolute nail-biter. This scene's brilliant setup and execution turned a battle for pink slip into a standout sequence. Number 8.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 badass Fast and Furious cars.
Hey, my man, you can put it down right there. This is a gift. A real gift. I know what you're doing.
Hey, get in the car. We're all going. Not you. Just the go.
I said, we're all going.
For this list, we're looking at the vehicles in this action franchise that left lasting impressions, mostly because of how rad they are. Since some of these cars figure into pivotal scenes, beware of spoilers. Which of these cars do you think look the coolest? Drool over them in the comments. Now, start your engines. Number 20, 1970 Plymouth Roadrunner, the Fast and Furious franchise. This car had a slightly sorrowful connotation to it, at least for a time. Chronologically speaking, the Roadrunner first appears in the 4th film, where Letty Ortiz is supposedly murdered by Phoenix Calderon. Thankfully, it's confirmed in Fast and Furious 6 that Letty managed to escape the vehicle before it exploded. And good thing too, because we wouldn't want to associate such a sleek muscle car with the death of one of our favorite characters. Before all this prequel drama went down, we remembered it fondly for being what Dominic Toretto rolled up in during his cameo at the end of Tokyo Drift. Our fondness was rewarded when we got to see the conclusion of that scene in Furious 7.